Last episode, the team kept up good results and we won another close penalty shootout to secure ourselves a spot in the quarterfinals of the German Cup. Hey, what's going on? Respect the Jeff here as we continue our work picking Schalke up from their collapse down here in Division 3. And it's been good work so far. The team's sitting in second place. We have the best defense in the league by far, but there's a growing concern about our offense. 17 goals in 16 games is the worst in the league, and I worry that our close run of 1-0 wins might just run dry at some point. So we're about to hit January, and with that comes a lifeline to new signings, but in the meantime, I have an academy full of Schalke's real-life youth stars who we can rely on, and the problem is goals at the moment, so we receive a message from our real-life academy striker Egal Brook, who wants to take this chance to make an impact in the first team.
Hey guys, Egal Brook here. I could definitely help us score some goals.
Alright, huge shout out to Egal Brook for getting involved. Really cool to see one of the real players actually getting involved with this series, and we'll try to do you justice, Egal. The young striker is still in the academy, and we will be calling upon him shortly for our striker troubles up top. But for the meantime, Schalke is back underway here with many games to play in the league, and it's Farfan who breaks the deadlock here to put Schalke in front. Can the winger be one of these players to step up and really solve our problem up top? Well, we end up closing out the game 1-0 thanks to an absolute masterclass by Robin Himmelman between the sticks, save after save, game after game, really all season long. I've said it before and I'll say it again, he is not only a great goalkeeper for this division, but just flat out, he's making saves that are genuinely world class and keeps us in another one there, 1-0, and we move on. Next up, we are back in action here, and it's Chandan linking up with Bujaleb. We've seen that plenty of times this season, Bujaleb scoring the opening goal of the game here, and things are looking good for Schalke as our dynamic duo up top are getting the action underway here again. But header into the back of the net off of a corner levels things up just before halftime, and then coming to the end of the game here, little lapse in concentration in the back line, sees a second converted, and just like that, we give up our 1-0 lead to lose the game, drop all 3 points, and that is just disappointing from the team. We absolutely have to do better. With the January transfer window coming up, we have offers coming in for a couple players who really want away from this squad. Mondil and Hoppy just have not had the minutes that they're looking for. Both very promising players, and I'm not saying that they're bad by any stretch. They haven't necessarily fit into our team this season, but they have bright futures elsewhere, so we sell them off for a pretty decent sum for a Division 3 team. We get a little money in the process as we move towards January. They won't leave just yet, but they will once the window opens. Huntelaar is the subject of the talk here in our pre-game conference coming up to our next game, and really he just hasn't been able to find his form in front of goal, but we're backing our player fully and we're going to give him the chance. He's going up top. Chandan will start right behind him. Let's see if this can pay off. The two of them up top, and we get straight back into action. Here we go. Schalke really looking for goals here. It's been so many games where we either don't score or just score one goal. We need to see more from our front line here to close out some games and ensure that we stay close to the top of the table. We are still in second, but results starting to slip up just a little bit. Huntelaar getting involved there and using his presence. Obviously, our problem with him earlier and the reason he was dropped was just because of a little bit of a lack of pace, but we might have bigger problems on our hand than a lack of pace here as Hugo Hawkins goes down with an injury. Looks to be a nasty one. He has to come off, so Theo Jaggi is pushed to the center back position there, and we bring on a midfielder in Mirjan. Let's see if one of these players can crack this deadlock here that we have going on. Huntelaar rolls his man, excellent footwork, but he can't get the shot off, and we take it to halftime, still scoreless. Schalke desperate for a goal here. Chandan winning the ball back, great pressure here as the experienced striker links up with our other experienced striker here in Huntelaar, but again his lack of pace getting to him there, and in that run unfortunately looks like he pulled something, so he's coming off with a small injury. Hopefully it's not too bad. Bujaleb coming on. We just can't catch a break this game. Can we? Trying to find a goal here, and Chandan is the one to lead the line up top. Matthew Hoppy coming on as a substitute, and he puts it in the back of the net. Well, where has that form been all season long? Matthew Hoppy coming on really out of desperation, couple injuries there. Like I just said before the game, his transfer's already been cemented, so he's leaving us in January. We'll consider this a farewell. He was at least able to contribute here on his final performance in a Schalke jersey. And more importantly, we grabbed 3 points. Great victory for the team as we bounce straight back into top form here. Good result, but another 1-0 win for us. Well, this one hurts. We have two players out injured now. Huntelaar and Hawkins, two of our best players this season, will be out for a significant period of time here, so things getting just that little bit tougher. Thankfully, we're coming towards January, and we will be able to at least sign some replacements for these players, but it's putting us in a pinch here. Look at how thin the squad is. We only had two players in the reserves anyways, and now both of those slots are taken up by two of our stars who are out injured, but thankfully, we are finally in January. 3.76 million to spend, and that's a good chunk of change here. The toughest part for us is going to be finding players who actually want to come play down in Division 3, so it's actually going to kind of be tough to spend that amount of money without completely redoing the squad. We have so many promising young players. I don't really want to sign another young star, especially players like Hawkins will be coming back, so we need a center back for cover, but no one who's really going to be a long-term player for us, because obviously we have Shaw and Hawkins in those positions. So finally, we work out a deal for Jan Kierhoff, the experienced center back who is perfect for this division. 65 overall. He'll be the perfect kind of player to come in and play a big role when Hawkins is out injured, but still allow him the opportunity to lead the back line when he is back and injury-free. We also signed Philip Oakes from Hanover, who is a really bright prospect. Really, he'll be our left back. He'll be in competition with Çalhanoğlu. He's kind of filling that spot that Mondial left, and we'll see between the two of them who comes away with the spot. A little competition healthy for the squad. So we have our two new signings in here already, just that little bit more of depth. The squad is looking a little bit bulkier at this point. Now the question's really going to come up top. For the time being, Shandon is still our starter, so we're not going to necessarily make any signings at striker. Huntelaar will be back, and the two of them will rotate a lot. Obviously, we also have our academy star, Egal Brook, ready to make a debut as well, but we're going to hold off on that just a little bit until we need him. We're going to leave him to grow in the academy until the time comes, and it will come later in this episode, so make sure you stay tuned. But we get back into action here, sitting in second place, 19 games played. Things looking good for us. We just have to keep it up. A little nervous here with some of the injuries happening. We'll have to see how our form continues on. But with that said, we get straight back to action. All right, here we go. Schalke returns in front of the home fans, and we are looking for another win. Can we make it two in a row here? Unfortunately for us, though, Çalhanoğlu, who has also been one of our best players all season, suffers a nasty challenge, and he's forced off as well. We cannot catch a break right now. That's three of our starters off. Hopefully it's not too serious, but it doesn't bode well. So our new signing, Philip Oakes, comes on at left back, and that's both of our new signings into the 11 here, both in the back line as well. Hopefully it won't affect us too much. As I mentioned earlier, we have the best defense in the league right now. That's what we have going for us, with two of the back four now switched out. Hopefully it won't come back to bite us. Little dink over the top here, and miscommunication at the back leads to a chance, and it's in the back of the net. And I think that disorganization is coming back to hurt the team already. Good little pass over the top, but Oakes is nowhere to be seen. Poor covering, really. None of the center backs got to it. You can't put that one on Himmelman, who tried his best to make this save. So we're going three at the back. We have to push for a goal here. Skripski and Shandon up top. We got to go for it. Fast build-up play. We're throwing everything we have at it. We have one half to grab a couple goals here. And Skripski playing down the center, showing what he can do for a change from the wing. And he sets up Bozdogan fantastically to put it in the back of the net. Our center mid scoring another goal. We got plenty of time here to find a second. Can Schalke climb their way back into this game? Bozdogan lays it up for Bujaleb, who finds Farfan running into the box. What can he do here? Cuts it back. Bujaleb headed off the crossbar. Shandon scores, and it's a second for Schalke. We get ourselves in front, and Shandon picking up a little niggling injury there. Again, hopefully it's nothing too bad. It would be devastating if our star striker was the latest to go out with an injury as well. But it doesn't really matter because we concede again 2-2 with 20 minutes remaining. We look to drop points again in this match. We got to throw everything we have at this. Shandon, Bujaleb just looking for any kind of way through. Bozdogan, fantastic footwork in the box, waiting for an opening. Bujaleb wide open, and it's all done by both of our center mids here. Lovely footwork. What a finish as well. And that's a really, really good goal here. 3-2 is things finally starting to look a little better for Schalke. 3 goals, that's unheard of for our team this season. But you love to see it. Our defense uncharacteristically weak, and our offense uncharacteristically scoring goals. Merjan, the latest to have a chance, through on goal, one too many touches, booted away. 5 minutes remaining. Can we push on for another? Well, we have to make sure that things are stable on our end at least, and unfortunately for us, a little ball over the top, sees it out, and Kierhoff trying to close down. Lack of pace from the experienced center back, and it's in the back of the net. 3-3, we blow our lead once again with only 5 minutes left. And unfortunately for us, we look to be heading for a draw the way things are, and we do. 96 minutes later, 3-3. Like I said, a very uncharacteristic match for us. Plenty of goals in it, but unfortunately, things not looking great for the injury. Fingers crossed that Shandon's is not too serious, because we'll be in genuinely bad shape if that's the case. We take the point, and we move on. Well, unbelievable stuff. Chandon out for 2 weeks. Fortunately not that bad, but we're going to desperately miss our star man up top. And Çalhanoğlu out for 2 months with a serious injury. Thankfully, we did just sign another left back, but we'll be hoping or wishing rather, that we could have kept Mondil in his place. We're really thin on striking options now. Skripski's been playing as our winger, and the only other senior striker is Schuler, who I've given a couple chances to, and he really hasn't taken it. So with that said, Igel Brook, it's your time to shine. He told us what he could do earlier, and now it's time to make good on that promise. We're going to promote him out of the academy, and hopefully he can do the job and bang in some goals for this team up top.
Guten Tag, Schalke fans. Let's score some goals.
Let's score some goals indeed. The number 9 was vacant, so why not? We're going to give it to him. Everyone else seems happy with their numbers. Igel Brook, the new number 9 for Schalke up top. Plenty of work to do if he wants to really cement his spot, but he's going to be given the chance here with plenty of injuries in the squad. Still in second place, but we take on first place here. Let's get to it. All right, back into action, second versus first. A chance for us to close the gap if we want to not only win promotion this season, but really go on and push for the championship down here in Division 3. Igel Brook starts immediately up top. Talk about getting thrown into the team. Let's see if our new number 9 can make the difference here in our striking problems. Unfortunately, he's not going to have a lot of help around him with so many players out injured, but we do have a lot of quality players in the squad regardless of the injuries here. Although we are here against really tough opposition, I got to be fair. They've been fantastic this season, and despite the way we've played, they have outdone us all season long, so it's not going to be an easy match by any stretch here. Chance off the post. You gotta say we've gotten away with one there that probably should have been a goal, and unfortunately our defense has been shuffled around so much with these injuries. That's Çalhanoğlu and Hawkins both out with big injuries, so our new signings are really going to have to step up to the plate and do it right away, because like I said, we've had the best defense in the league and we don't want to let that slip, but the big change in personnel could be a deciding factor in that. Another chance coming in, another chance seen away by Chaw. But play continues. We've been really on the back foot here for most of the match. Defending okay for the time being, but we're hanging on by a thread. Bujaleb, chance to get forward now. Igel Brook, a couple touches on the ball here. A rare sight in the opponent's half here. Bujaleb linking up with him again. Igel Brook using that pace effectively, and he has a shot at goal. Not too bad at all. Needs a little work on the accuracy, but I'm sure that'll come with time. He's making good movements already. Trying to find the outlet here. It's Jefferson Farfan running into space, and he finds it. The number 7. Cutting inside and looking for a way through. Little chip over the top. That's a clever flick for Igel Brook, looking for a shot at goal. Clothesline by the center back. That's a better chance there, created by Farfan. Brook plays it through. Again linking up well with Bujaleb, who finds him. Brook in the box, squares his man up, takes him one-on-one. Sliding challenge coming in, no penalty given. He got the ball, says the ref. Didn't look quite clean to me, but play continues here, and it's back in our half. We got to be careful here that we don't concede on the counterattack. Almost at halftime here. It's been a nail-biter, but no goals so far. Play continues in the second half here, much as the first. Some chances in at our goal. Himmelman once again standing up big here to make a save and keep the scoreline level 0-0. Still the scoreline at 75 minutes here, and the opposition desperate for a goal on their way through. At least our defense is holding up despite all of these changes in the backline that we've had. Another one coming through, and Himmelman clearing it away. We are hanging on for our lives, but we are still hanging on. 80 minutes gone. Another chance coming through. And the other young academy star, the center back Aliou, has played very, very well indeed in this match. He'll be one that's given plenty of more chances through the rest of the season here. Igel Brook taking on his man again, cutting inside, shot. Oh, it's just wide of the post. Well, a pair of really solid chances for the young striker in this game. Couldn't quite take either of them, but we're seeing glimpses of what he can do here. His pace is really something new in behind. None of our strikers have that kind of pace. Chandon, obviously a great player, but he's not the quickest off the mark. Huntelaar, obviously, very slow, so it gives us just a little bit something else up top. And again, using that pace to open the space up a little bit. Igel Brook cutting it inside, and he has a shot at goal again, saved by the goalkeeper. But again, a really solid chance there. 91 minutes into the match. We got to be careful here that we don't concede in the dying couple of seconds here. Looking for the cross coming in, and it finds its way in. Edge of the box, shot. Oh, I thought that was in. Just wide of the post. 93 minutes gone, and we see it out for a draw. Not the most exciting scoreline, but a couple good talking points there. Our defense back to their best, and what a debut there from Igel Brook. Despite not scoring, looked very, very sharp, and I'm excited to see what else he's got in him. Skripski, the talk here in the post-game press conference, though, about not scoring once again, but he's playing out well on the wing there, and Igal Brook, a very, very solid debut here. The other talking point here is also our young center back, Aliou. The Academy boys really stealing the show here. Another good performance from our center back. Helped us keep a clean sheet. So many young, promising players coming through the ranks here. We just got to keep building this team and at least make sure we can just win promotion this season. I think we can. All right, back into action here. Looking to make it a little more impressive maybe than that 0-0 draw in our last match. Not the worst, all said and done, against the league leaders, but a team like Schalke, we have to be doing better, even if it's, considering all the circumstances and being down here in Division 3, we are a much bigger team than the rest of them down here. Igal Brook starts again, and again makes a good opportunity. Running through on goal, he's finding the right spaces, hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet, but like I said, it's a whole new dimension here to our offense that we haven't had before. Skripski's still playing on the wing. Despite not scoring goals, I feel like he really adds a lot to our offense. Again, opening up the space, but for him it's out on the wing. He's just got that touch and ability to put a ball in that the rest of our players don't. So despite being a natural striker, I really feel like with the team we have, that's his best spot. So despite catching a lot of flack in the press, we're going to keep starting him there, and he seems happy enough to keep playing there. Theo Jaggi linking up here well with Igal Brook. Touch into space. Lovely strength to hold his man off, and he drags it just wide of the post. Well, one of these has to come off. That's so many chances already. He just can't convert. That is millimeters wide of the post. You could not come closer, and he's going to come good eventually, I'm sure of it. Aliou looking to defend here in the back line, along with Becker. Ambrose closing down, and a bicycle kick into the back of the net. We go a goal down just like that, to a very special goal, you gotta say. Hats off to the striker for that one in the back of the net, but we gotta turn this around quick. 65 minutes left to play, and we still have yet to score. Hopefully the goals aren't drying up again. We had that exciting 3-3 game. Hopefully we can combine a game like that with some of our clean sheets, start linking those performances up. Igal Brook plays it through. Theo Jaggi blasts it into the stands. You won't see shots too much worse than that. The finishing just missing for our team. We're generating chances. It's not an issue of that. It's really just a matter of finishing them. Brook now finding Skripski on the wing. Can he find the return pass? Centers it. Brook, clever pass. Bujaleb plays it through again. Oh, he almost got the touch through the striker. Maybe just a little overplayed there. Coming into the second half, we're looking to still at least keep this game to one goal, and it's off the post. Again, couldn't come closer from the opposition. But the game's still only a one-goal difference here, and we're just desperate to make an impact. Igal Brook waiting for runs ahead of him, and no one quite making them. Merjan waiting for it. Brook, why not have a go from distance again? Doesn't quite trouble the goalkeeper. He seems to be the only one out there with an eye for goal. We are really hurting for attacking numbers, and it just might have to be a switch in formation or something to get this team working again. Another chance, and our backline. Ambrose closing it down. Himmelman makes the save. We still hold this game to one goal, but we need a goal of our own. So it's CD Sane coming on, looking to make some kind of impact up top, and he uses his pace and trickery very well, going down in the box. Well, there you have it, just a little bit of difference up top, some kind of creative spark. While maybe not the prettiest penalty, will still count just the same. So we just have to convert it here. Igal Brook, given the chance, our striker deserves a little confidence boost here if he can get it. Going for top corner, and he does it. He finishes. Igal Brook, his first goal in a Schalke jersey, or first goal in a first team jersey at least, and I feel like he's deserved it. He's playing very, very well, despite not having scored a goal up until now. He is a real creative spark up top, and one of the only players consistently creating chances, specifically for himself. I'm confident that eventually these are going to start getting finished from open play, but we'll take the goals we can get, and for now it's a penalty. Wearing that number 9 shirt and wearing it well, first goal hopefully of many, and we'll see. He's going to have a lot of competition with Shandon and Huntelaar come back, but that's a problem we'll like to have. We'll fit all of our players in up top and hopefully score some more goals in the process. So 91 minutes gone. Unfortunately, despite Brook making some impacts, wasn't enough to grab 3 points. Still another point for us. Brook, the talk of the post-game conference here, like they said, he covered every blade of grass, running everywhere, creating chances. And like I've said a bunch of times already, it's just great to have another kind of outlet up top. Our form really coming into question here as well. We're not getting the results we wanted, and hopefully for us, we can start to turn it around. We come up to transfer deadline day now, 10 hours left. in the window here. I don't know what other business we need to get done. If you guys have any suggestions on what this team needs, check out my website, respectthejeff.com, and leave your comments here on who you think I should sign. I'll try to get it done. In the meantime, we have $3 million left to spend still, so plenty of opportunity. Like I just said, go check out respectthejeff.com. Click on the Schalke tab. You can drop comments directly there or on this video and just get a little more in touch with the team, or at least for the time being, if you want to consider subscribing to the channel, you can stay up to date with this series. So I'll be back soon with next episode, but until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.